What's going on, everyone? I'm your host, Rapid Mining. Yes, I said rapid. Inside joke, guys. Some of you guys know where that's coming from. Anyway, what's going on? It is Sunday. We're going to do a Q&A, try to answer some of your guys' questions regarding crypto mining and so on. So we're going to scroll up, see who we got, who's on the house. You guys are talking away like crazy. We got Squirrel Master, Rud Putz. I got to get my button ready here because we know who's here. We got 306 Miner. What is going on? Ethan Westfield, Wealth Talks. I'll try not to repeat, but I always do. Gojo, MyTech, Budweiser. Yeah, let that play out a little bit there. I already said Red Putz, but I'm saying it again. Just a Miner. What's going on? Ogre MGTOW, East Mario 2012. Dan Ruggs, horse coin. You rugged the horse coin. How could you? Such evil stuff. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what we got. Scrolling through, talking away. Sapphire, what's happening? Dumpster Fire, Dennis Matovich. Tech Man, what's going on? Today's Sunday. Aren't you supposed to be somewhere on a Sunday? Maybe not this Sunday. It's every second Sunday. I don't know. Fernando Zikas, what's going on? Michael Manakasaki, Cobra, what's going on? BDD, what's happening? It's BDD, guys. He is here. Jock McMiner _ UK. I don't know why I always say underscore in that one, but I don't know, somehow it just rings with it. Daniel Valicia. Wilford Oka, what's going on? That's Wilford again. Patrick Gaia. Automatic Beats is here. Uh-oh, it just jumped on me. What do we got? We got Mike R, Dizzy IKEA, Crypto Baltus, and what's all the 22s? What's going on with the 22s? What did I miss? Bad Cat, what's going on? Welcome. Okay, Keaton, what's going on, Keaton? We tested a 4090 today again, or what? What are we doing? What's happening? What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing today? So, Michael, I think I got everyone. So, yeah, we're doing a little bit of Q&A, see what's happening. What are you guys doing? Ask some questions at me, and we'll get down to it. I told them I would do it. You told them you would do it. Oh, so as long as you give a coin heads up before you rug pull, I guess it's okay in today's current societies and markets. Good evening. Hey, Vishal MA, what's going on? GPU makers are getting desperate for sure. And if you guys were here for the poker tournament yesterday, through it, some of it I kind of turned it down, but a news article popped up and things are kind of looking as expected based on rumors. Now, remember, this is all still rumors about AMD versus NVIDIA with this latest gen, but it sounds like they're calling it the 7000 series, so it's going to be kind of confusing when we're talking about CPUs and GPUs moving into the next gen, because we have the 7000 series CPUs and we got the 7000 series GPUs. So instead of saying 7900X, which is the CPU, you're going to go 7900 XT, that's the GPU. I think there's going to be a lot of confusion moving forward on things, but hey, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it sounds like the 7900 XT could use at least 100 watts less than the 4090, which leads to more truth to the so-called rumors. So I'm just going to revert back to what I'm referring to in these rumors. So it sounded like AMD has been doing really good on their next gen GPUs, and they haven't released any details or really any yet. There's some rumors out there, and obviously leaks this is always a thing, but they usually tend out to be true, but sometimes they're false. That's why I have to cut it at rumors and leaks. But they were like leaps and bounds ahead of NVIDIA, doing very well. They made their chips, they got everything going, everything's looking good. They're programming it and they're tuning them for efficiency and everything. So NVIDIA caught wind supposedly of the performance. They're like, whoa, this is actually pretty good. We may be in some trouble here. So what they did was pretty much didn't really upgrade their GPUs to a next gen level. They took pretty much the 3000 series. They added, a little bit increased bus speeds and stuff to the memory, not very much to make it a next gen thing. And then they took that core clock and stuff and pretty much overclocked the crap out of everything to hit some high performance benchmarks. And then they released, you know, tried to release fairly fast. So maybe this is why we kept seeing a bunch of delays. And then they tried to get the 4090 out with these super high numbers, which are good. The 4090 is a wicked GPU. Don't get me wrong there. It does use a lot of power, but it's overclocking the crap out of it. And it's hitting these high speeds, but, you know, has a TDP about 600 watts or so because of it. So AMD supposedly now is going to be releasing details on their next gen coming up, and it's tuned properly. It's supposed to be pretty efficient here and get, you know, get the performance out of them at the same time. So it's going to be an interesting time. I really hope AMD is able to, you know, maybe pull away and, you know, at least be on par. And now at the end of the day, it's going to come down to pricing between NVIDIA and AMD. Who's going to have close to the same performance and at a price point where it makes it worthwhile. Now, the 4090 is still coming in at a good price point, especially compared to the previous gen. It's cheaper than when the 3090 released, MSRP to MSRP. Obviously, scalpers made those prices back then a lot higher than it should have been. But MSRP to MSRP, you're getting a huge performance boost in that 4090, and it's coming in cheaper than the 3090 did when it initially released at MSRP prices. So it's very interesting there. So we're going to have to wait here, wait for when AMD releases their, you know, specs and everything and how its performance is looking at. We're going to have to wait for some benchmarks and see, is this a better GPU? Is it close to performance? Will it be cheaper? And will it run at less power? These are going to be some interesting things moving into the next month or two. Oh yeah, and the 4080 16 gig. This is also another thing with the rumors. So how we've been kind of saying, you know, the rumor thing, AMD versus NVIDIA. So it seems like NVIDIA, like they just overclocked crap out of everything. They have a bunch of different tiers of GPUs hanging out there. So they had the 4080 16 gigabyte, then they had the 4080 12 gigabyte. And it turns out through benchmarks, the 16 gigabyte version pretty much smoked the 12 gigabyte version out of the water. So then they discontinued the 4080 12 gigabyte, and it's going to be rebranded. Most likely it's going to become the 4070 12 gigabyte edition is probably what's going to happen here. That's what we all see coming. And so like they're just taking all their numbers, seeing what performs at what, and then they're just going to throw it down. So they have no idea what they're doing with their GPUs, which makes sense of all their whole staggering around as well. So it's kind of crazy. I think NVIDIA is really going at this next gen like, what the heck are we doing? Let's just throw out numbers and release stuff randomly. And then we'll just see, you know, hopefully AMDs aren't super amazing. So I think that's kind of what's going on here. It's kind of a crazy gong show going on at NVIDIA right now. Or yeah, maybe it's a 4070 Ti. We don't know. I don't know if they'll release a Ti so soon. Like they follow in, they come in, you know, with their gens. And then later on, they release either a faster or a more efficient version later on. So we'll see what happens. It could just be the 4070. It could be a 4070 Ti. I don't know. And then they'll release 4070s later based on failing bin numbers and chips and so on. So, you know, they'll have a reduction one, still try to sell it. So who knows? Maybe we'll have to just wait and see when they finally do announce it. So is the next 4070 going to be a Ti, or is it going to be just a 4070? We'll just have to wait and see what NVIDIA decides to do at that point. East Mario, Rabid Mining, nice hash. What about nice hash? What do you want to know about it? Little time mining, buy A2000s. They are scarce and hold value, kind of like the USB miners. They're limited and in demand. Yeah, speaking about the USB miners, I do have a link in the description. You want to check that out. I have not made my video on it yet, but it's a very interesting thing. So I'm going to run through that actually a little bit with you guys and how I portray it. I know a lot of people, they just look at current fiat values and prices and, you know, it's not worth it. I think this thing might actually kind of be worth it. Now, here's my pitch on the whole situation. Coming in here right now, I go to the store, you know, every couple days, and usually there's always the same people are always in there getting lottery tickets, $20 today, $40 today, and they're in there 2 or 3 times a week. So they're spending $60 to $80 a week just on lottery tickets. Now, this thing is a one price, $400, $500. I can't remember what it is, but it's a lottery ticket for life. You could potentially hit that Bitcoin block solo mining because it doesn't make sense to actually, you know, mine this thing. You'll make like 1 cent a week or something. No, it's better. Maybe it's 1 cent a day. I don't know. It only uses 16 to 17 watts. So there are more efficient miners out there. You could go buy like a 100 terahash S19. That thing uses 3,000 some watts. A 16 watt thing that's a little less efficient than that big, ant miner, you're not going to notice 16 watts. You're definitely going to be noticing 3000 watts. So a little 16-watt miner hanging out in the corner, and one day you could wake up and hit the lottery. You have a chance to hit the block every 10 minutes. That's the average block time for Bitcoin, is about 10 minutes based on the difficulty and everything. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. But that thing, if you're a lottery player and you buy lottery tickets, once or twice a week, this thing ROIs itself without you even making anything of wasted lottery money in like 3 months by itself. So this is my whole thing on this, is where if you play the lottery, this makes a lot more sense than wasting money on a lottery where you probably have a little bit of a higher chance solo mining a Bitcoin block than playing against billions of people on a lottery. So it's kind of interesting on that whole operation and how it works. But I think this is, especially if you're a gambler, tech man, this is 100% for you. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. That's hilarious. Oh, Cater. But yeah, that's my whole pitch on it. It only uses 16, 17 watts. It's about 250, 260 gigahash. And, you have a potential chance of solo mining it. And, I think it's a nice little thing to just have in the corner doing nothing, because you're not going to worry about 16 watts of power being used, where if you buy a 100 terahash Bitcoin miner, you got to keep up your profits because that thing's using like over 3000 watts. I strictly rug, no gamble. But yeah, that's the little Mars Lunar Bitcoin solo miner there. There is a link in the description if anyone wants to check it out. I will be doing a video on it soon. No, I have not hit a block on it yet. I've had it for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months now or something, but we'll see. TechBad, I confess, I'm a gambler. See, he's ordering 4 or 5 of these. Just kidding. Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons here. So, what do we got here? So, someone said something about nice hash up here. What was it? My Antminer S5 uses 600 watts at 1.6 terahash. 600 watts at 1.6 terahash? That's insane. So this is 250. So let's think about it. It's 250 to 270 gigahash. So you need 4 of those for a terahash. Let's just do the numbers right now. So you have 1.6 using 600 watts. This thing is way more efficient than your 1.6 terahash miner, actually. So you're going to need about 4 of these. Will make 1 terahash, a little over. 4, so we'll go 6. That's about 1.5. So we're gonna go 6 of these times 16. That's 96 watts for 1.5 terahash, where you're using 600 watts at 1.6 terahash. That's insane. But obviously you probably picked up that miner for maybe like $20 or something. That could be a different thing too. Probably not that cheap, but you see where I'm going at it. But yeah, this thing is quite a bit more efficient than the S5 by the sound of things. But it also comes down to your power price. You could spec mine low cap script coins with it. Low cap script coins with what? What are we talking about? The USB miner? The USB miner runs SHA-256, which is, it doesn't run on script, which is your mini Doge miners, your L7s, your L3 pluses. Those run script, not the USB miners. Unless they have some USB miners for it. I don't know, maybe. If you want to game, it's good FPS on one of those 49-inch 5K 2K monitors like the Samsung Neo. I can't afford any of those monitors. My monitor is a 14p, and I think that's more than enough that I need. I'm not paying for 4. They are coming down quite a bit in price, so maybe sometime. But yeah, another thing too, like we ran through in that poker tournament or yesterday's live stream, that people are actually saying, because of the latest driver, if you missed the video and stuff. NVIDIA supposedly unlocked LHR across all the GPUs with their latest driver. So LHR was unlocked through the miners, and then NVIDIA brought LHR back before the 4000 series with their last 2 drivers. And now the very latest driver with the 4000 series seems to unlock LHR across the board now. And with it, there are rumors that gaming performance jumped up 20% as well, which means LHR was affecting the gamers on top of obviously the miners, but it seems like this is just coming to light now. So that's another story all on its own. I'll try to find more information on that, but that's kind of interesting. That's probably more towards, maybe my gaming channel. I'll do something on that, even though it's small and people won't see it. But hey, that is more of a gaming thing, but still, it's very interesting stuff going right there. Oh, wow, lawsuit. Yeah, it's crazy. You know what? Let me try to find it. I'll try to find the proof that I have so far, just to, you know, kind of have a backup, because I don't just make things up when I say stuff, guys. I'll try to, it's backed by something. But let me see. I'll just go to video cards right now and just see. Like, this is 100% rumor supposedly, because it was in the comment section. That's why I don't know. I got to get more details on this. But where is it? Do they still have it? They still have it? Where did I miss it? Someone tell me. Where is the LA? Oh, right here. Reportedly moves it. Up, scroll up, go up. Okay, this is where the rapid mining thing came in. As you can see, YouTuber rapid mining. Rapid mining. Yeah, okay. But then they corrected it down here because they actually put a link in. But look at down here at the comments here. So, yeah, quite a coincidence. Day the limiter disappears. DX12 performance is up to 24%. They got 24% increase at the latest driver, and NVIDIA is probably promoting this. Oh, we fixed this, you know, to increase our performance or something. That's probably what's in their driver details, but it released LHR. So is it a coincidence that LHR was maybe doing this? Maybe they did add tweaks. You know, you can look at this at 100 different angles and get 100 different answers here, but it's very interesting. Now, someone says, what game saw an increase? There's an article here posted a few hours prior to this one. So I'm going to have to find that and see what's going on here. But just remember, some games really favorite RDNA 2 cards and DX12. I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff, you know, gamers talking about their gamer stuff. But very interesting. What else do they say here? Why do video cards start dropping in price just before ETH went POS? They have been flooding the market second hands. Yeah, these guys don't know what they're talking about. But, you know, you can't really expect much from gamers most of the time. No offense. Hopefully a gamer's not out there watching right now. You was on a LTT video too. Yeah, it was tech something. It's a side brand of Linus, I think. Yeah, I did see that. People were linking it in Discord. They popped it up there, but yeah, they're talking about that. Hope HiveOS. Yeah, Keaton's here. Keaton, any update on when HiveOS may be getting that? Or maybe, I think you were saying you can manually do it. There is a Linux version, isn't there? I'm not 100% sure, but something. You may be able to do it through some type of manual type of update. I'm not 100% sure. Explains why they pulled the 4080 12 gigabyte. Gamers complain, then when inventory is available, their mom still won't buy it. Tech Linked. Yeah, that's what it was. It was on Tech Linked. Tech Linked was who threw the little thing at about a minute and 11 seconds. Now, it didn't seem to have too much of an effect on the channel yet. We didn't really get, you know, we're not at 1 million subscribers. We are coming at close to 40 though. I think we're at the high 48 or 38s. We're about to hit 39K. So, you know, maybe another month will be, you know, we might hit 40K in 3 weeks or so. So that's awesome. Yes, you can manually update it. Did that. Okay, CryptoBalt is confirmed. There is a manual update. So maybe I'll try to get the details on how to do that for you guys. And, you know, I'll figure out how we can manually update HiveOS. Keaton's here. He'll DM me, Keaton. Tell me how it's done. The 4090 testing was with the new driver. Yeah, only manual update to the new driver as of now, as it breaks fan control and mem temps. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. If you update to the latest driver, I've seen a lot of people reporting that they no longer have control of your fans and stuff within HiveOS. So keep that. Do you want to update, or do you want to wait for HiveOS to actually do it the correct way so you have everything in there? Because I know everyone complains about anything. I'll say, okay, here's a driver update, and then everyone will just blow up the comments with, I have no fan control, this is stupid, it's broken, yada yada yada. You know, that's just what happens. That's the way people are. But yeah, hope so. But there's the warning. It'll break your fan control if you do this. So maybe I'll just, you know, say that warning. If you do not want fan control, here's how to update your driver. That's how I'll start the whole video. We'll wait for HiveOS then. Yeah, it's best way. Just wait for Hive to do it and get all the bugs and everything tweaked out of there. Is there memory? Isn't the new driver? Did they add the memory and stuff? Because when we tested it, I don't remember. There were no mem temps or nothing, or junction temps or whatever. Okay, right mind. We'll wait for Hive. Yep. Did you see the issue with FW? They had an issue on Zergpool, and it looked like I hit dozens of blocks, but the block numbers weren't wrong. Oh, block numbers were wrong. No, I did not hear. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on there. I've not heard about that. Huh. FW had block issues. It's almost like their block time went to like 1 second. and you smashed out a whole bunch. But you didn't get rewards for it, and the block numbers are all messed up? I don't know. That's interesting. Off to the hospital with your mom. Okay, Dave Collins. Hopefully everything's okay. What's going on there? But yeah, get to the hospital. I will post screenshots in Discord. Okay, do that. That's interesting. Am I mining FW? No. Currently, I'm not. I'm not mining FW right now. I'm mining whatever my ASICs can mine. So currently that's ETC. ETF doesn't look worthwhile right now. FW, I'm hoping they drop the DAG soon, because then I can. Some people are probably like, no, don't drop that DAG, because obviously more hardware can come on. But I'm one of those people with the other hardware where the DAG size is below 5 gigabytes. So I'm waiting for them to drop it below 4 so I can move the FW, and I'll probably do that. I'm also waiting for a couple things. Now I know FlexPool added ZIL mining. I'm sure most of you guys are aware of that. But with the Ipollos and stuff, you need single stratum. So you have to be able to mine ZIL to the same stratum as you would. And FlexPool doesn't utilize that. And I asked them if they're going to do that, and they just said no. So I'm like, well, you're promoting all these miners to go there. Most of the miners are running Ipollos and ASICs and stuff because they're more efficient than a GPU, depending on the hash rate, the price. You're going to need the ASICs to currently mine ETH hash and ETC hash and so on. So why wouldn't you do that so that you can get more hash rate? Because I love FlexPool. I'm on it as much as I can. But right now I am using EZIL.me for that very reason. I can mine at Ethereum Classic and ZIL on, well, some of my Ipollos and ASICs. The Jazz miners still does not seem to work. I'm trying to talk to Sunloon, tell them to update their crap here so we can do this, but they don't answer me. So I don't know what's going on. We may see a Jazz miner update. We may not, but so far it does not look like you can dual mine ZIL with the Jazz miner currently. But we'll see what happens. Nearly all ZIL pools have been not paying out 75% of people's ZIL. FYI, this has been going on for... Oh, really? I was not aware about that. Where's mine? Let's take a look. I've been getting payouts fairly every few days, but we'll see. We'll go to EZIL.me here. So I have 1 day till I hit 250 again. We're coming in. Where is my workers reports? Reports. Let's go to my reports. So daily ZIL rewards. I've been getting 18, 19, 17, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is how much I've been getting every day in ZIL. And this is how much ETC I've been getting daily. Is 0.27, 0.31. This must have been a nice low difficulty day here or something. 0.27, 0.28, 0.27, 0.28. And average with the two totaled, I've been around, 785, 684, 731. And for power, so between this, I have about 2.6 gigahash on ETC at about 1,560 watts. So I do use about $4 a day, a little over, at 11 cent power, 11 cent USD power. I'm 15 cent Canadian. So I use about $4. So I am making about a little over $2 every day based on all these numbers here. So it is profitable, at least for these ASICs to be mining right now. Should be paying 43 ZIL per 500. Yes, but that's the thing. That's the kicker. The Jazz miners, like you got to look at my workers here. Like the Jazz miners are a majority of the hash rate. Like we got the Q here. It's at 1.1 gigahash on the average. Here's 1.1 gigahash that cannot mine ZIL. Jazz miners can't. We got Jazz Beast 2. Here's 558 megahash, not mining ZIL. We got the V1 SE, which is about 200 megahash. This one's working. I'm pretty sure all the Ipollos are, but I have been hearing people saying they're not getting it. So right now, I wish the dashboard was a little different so I could exactly see. If I click on this, I want to see, how much ZIL this has made and stuff, but I can't see any of that. So the only way I can actually see how much everything is making is I'm going to have to get new addresses for everything. And I'm going to have to point every single rig individually to the pool to see how much each one is making daily. And it's going to be a pain in the butt to do so, but it's numbers I want to know about. Like which one of these Ipollos, because some people, like I said, the Ipollo minis, what are these, the 130 mega hash ones or something? No, this is the 300 mega. Oh, that's the V1 mini. That's the gold one. Here's the mini. The 126 mega hash, 130, whatever this thing's rolling, 143, depending which hour average you're looking at. It might not be getting me ZIL because maybe the DAG's not high enough based on some reports. So I don't know exactly which miners are even giving me the ZIL because the dashboard isn't really showing me exactly what's going on here. All I know is this is how much I'm getting currently right now. So I don't know what's going on there. It all depends on the rounds per day. So I'm gonna have to, like I said, I'm gonna need a whole new. I'm gonna need I'm gonna need 4 more because I can remove the Jazz miners. I know they're not mining ZIL, so I'm gonna need 4 more ZIL addresses and 4 more ETC addresses, and I'm gonna have to go into here and run every miner individually to see what the heck each one is getting. So we'll see what happens. Take a look at ZIL Discord mining. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm in ZIL. I'll have a look at that. So that's interesting. Maybe we're getting ripped off. Who knows? Maybe. Could be a thing. I am still getting more than if I was mining ETC directly. So that part is confirmed. But I don't know if, we should be getting more by the sounds based on what you guys are saying. So let's see. I got a lot of testing to do, guys. There's nothing but testing going on over here. They are more rock or high elemental think of chair, I think, and no Jazz. Take a look at, yeah. Nice, cool dude, nice. Gonna look into that. Rabid mining. I tried the new NVIDIA driver with the latest T-Rex 0.26.8 on the 3080 12 gigabytes, and they're working better with LHR limiter removed on ETC. And the ESS now officially is up. I heard that too. Like, so maybe they never were originally fully unlocked in the first place. Maybe they're 95, 90, 98. We don't know what the percentages were because we have no idea. We're just guesstimating what the hash rates were supposed to be. So if we're like, okay, we're at our estimated number and now we know we're 100% unlocked, maybe we're still only 90 to 95% unlocked, and now we actually are 100% unlocked and we're getting a little more hash out of these things. So yeah, that's a very good point right there to bring out, and a lot of testing. I don't have a lot of these GPUs. Like a lot of these LHR GPUs, like the TIs and everything, the 3080 12 gigabytes. So I don't have any of these. I have my 3060s and a single 3060 Ti MSI. I have not tested that yet. If that thing is unlocked, then this legitly unlocked everything, because that was that broken 3060 Ti MSI that nothing would unlock it at all. So I got to try that one out one of these days because I'm curious about that. But as for everything else, like my 3080 FTW3 EVGA, that's a non-LHR 3080. So like I don't have LHR GPUs. I didn't go out to spend $3,000 on a overpriced GPU because it didn't really make sense to me at the time. Even with Ethereum, pumping up, that's buying at the high. We kind of went through the other day where you're buying hardware at the high, you're buying coins at the high. It's not really going to make much sense because the bear market and stuff is probably going to be coming soon. So I didn't buy any of these LHR cards. I stood in line. I got MSRP on pretty much everything I did pay for, and they were also all non-LHR. So yeah, I don't know. That's just how my farm is put together. 3060 V1, 3060 V2, 3080 Ti, all EVGA, all unlocked now. Yeah, that's what I tested on when I did that video, was the 3060 V2, because it was the newer, latest LHR. So that's what I did test it on, and I threw it in, and I used an older, if you missed that video or anything, most of you guys probably seen that because it seems like Linus guys seen it and video cards seen it. But yeah, I used an older version of T-Rex as well, like 21.6 or something, which is before T-Rex even added the LHR limiter in it. Because I was like, hey, if this is running at its hash rate and it's in before T-Rex even added the LHR limiter, then I know for sure that this driver did something. And it did. And I was running at that 47 point whatever mega hash here, and with the T-Rex that did not even have the LHR limiter in it. So yeah, I was like, okay, the version 2 3060 100% unlocked on an old version of T-Rex miner. This is legit. So that's what I ran through, and I went with that. So that's interesting. Fully unlock in ETH only, not Ergo yet, pending testing. Yeah, it's gonna be pending testing for sure. Remember, Ergo, if you're cranking, well, I don't know all the settings, so obviously if you're an Ergo miner, you know what you're doing there, Lanky Mark. But I haven't really tested Ergo on any of this stuff yet, so I don't know what the overclock settings to use. I haven't done that. I was just mining ETH because that's where the money was. I was mining what was given the money. So I still have to go through everything and test my GPUs on all these other algorithms to see how well they perform. And I don't look, most of you guys that follow the channel, I don't look at, I don't crank up my whatevers and I find the highest hash rate and just tune my power limits there, I try to find the highest hash to watt ratio, which means I do lose some hash rate compared to everyone else's settings out there, but I'm using a lot less power, making it more worthwhile, especially for now. So that's how I do my tuning when I look at GPUs. So I always tune for efficiency. But yes, that's on my list of things to do, guys. I got to test everything. Like pretty much what you seen when I was testing the 7950X. I know a lot of you, some people out there said, "Okay, enough. You're really milking the 7950X." I'm like, why? I'm hash rate testing. People want to know hash rates. That's probably what I'm going to do with the GPUs as well. People don't go to Google and say 7950X 50 coins tested or something like that, right? You go, if you're looking for a hash rate, you go into Google, you go into YouTube or something, you say, Duro 7950X, hash rates. You go Raptorium 7950X. That's how people search things. So I do an individual video for individual coins. It just makes more sense on a YouTube aspect and people's search results, and moving on to, when people search for stuff, that's what they want to look for. So that's the way I'm going to be doing it when I come to my GPUs. I might be spamming 1,000 videos a day or something, but I'm going to be going 3060 Ergo, 3060 Flux, 3060 this, 3060 that, because that's what people look for. They're not looking for a 3060 every coin tested, type of thing. Kind of see what I'm going at there. So I'm just trying to, give a little bit of a lay down there. All right. Anyway, milking it. Testing doesn't happen quickly. The same people say you're milking it that want to know the hash rates for all the different coins. Yeah, very sure. Like testing stuff to get accurate numbers, it's not a 2-second thing. Some of these algorithms for the CPUs, it's a lot easier, like XMR and stuff, where you don't have fluctuations. But Ghost Rider is a very difficult one because it has 40 different algorithms within it, 20 majority, and you got to get an average hash rate for all those. Now, there is the benchmarking utility that's used on the CPU miner, but then it doesn't perform as well as XMRig. But I just caught wind of a recent update that's in beta version. It's like 3 months old now, but it does improve hash rates over XMRig even on Ghost Rider. So now I got to retest the freaking Ghost Rider algorithm again with this new CPU miner GR beta. The percentage fee is higher because it's to discourage miners from using it because it's currently just being testing. But I did do a benchmark the other day, and that's what I based my CPU mining calculator off of it for the 7950X. But running at 4 gigahash, it was almost 5 kilohash here for an average hash rate. It was about 4.7 something kilohash, and that's what I have in the CPU mining calculator utilizing that new GPU miner. So that's very interesting there based on the benchmarks. But yeah, there's always stuff coming out, and then I got to retest. It's just that I need to get everything out of that 7950X that I can at accuracy based on just the power supply in itself, because I do plan on putting that into my workstation. And when I get that in there, I will not accurately be able to test power consumptions, because I will have, probably I'll put the 3090 in my workstation with it and remove the 3080. But I'll have a GPU in there. I'll have the AIO. I have system fans. I'm not going to get accurate numbers. I do see a lot of people out there, even the largest tech people, using stuff like, GPU-Z and not GPU-Z, but what is that? HW info. That's a very interesting thing. And like, I don't want to say anybody's wrong or there's any wrong numbers here. Everyone's doing their own thing. But I was actually when I was doing my testing, I looked at HW info. And I added up the power consumption at the CPU package, the motherboard, the RAM and stuff. And it was not giving me accurate numbers. Then what I was using an additional 30 watts at the wall than what the software of HW info was telling me, adding everything up. So there again, that's why I like to do my tests, everything at the wall. And when I do my power test with these CPUs, it is the complete system. It's the CPU, motherboard, RAM. The power consumptions I give you in terms of how much it's using is it the entire rig being used, because that's what you're using while you're mining with your CPU. Example right now, I got the 7950X. It's on Duro. It's using 119.3 watts. Complete rig. I'm not going to just say, oh, but my CPU is using 80 watts, so that's all I have to pay power for. No, this whole thing, the motherboard, the RAM, the power supply, the wires, even the wires even use a watt in there, guys. So this is the power you are going to pay to your power company. They don't care what some type of software is telling you that your power is using. They care what they see at the wall, and that's what they're going to charge you for. And those are the numbers I use to give you guys proper numbers and accuracy when I do my testing. So yeah, I just want to say that. Ace K, do you sell your Pulsar coin or do you stake it? I'm staking it. I am staking my Pulsar. I can show you. Okay, hold on. I'm going to change my plug around here. I'm going to bring this down. I'll bring that out, close that. No, I don't want that. Open this up. Open. Bring this back up. Open. All right, hold on. I'll plug in my server PC and we'll kind of have a look at things here. Right now, I think it's plugged into the 7950X. We'll just see. Open Sesame. Oh, great. I broke it, guys. There it goes. Yeah, it's in the 7950X right now. So I will just swap that over. I think it's in Roblox, actually, on the server PC. Let's go into my Pulsar here. Unplug that. Give me a second, guys. Got to plug it into the server. There we go. All right. Computer swap. Oh, no. What did I blow? Oh, no. Okay. That's normal. Don't worry, guys. That's just because I plugged it in. It'll fix itself. I got to change my mice here. Oh, I got disconnected. No. Okay. Reconnect on Roblox. Need my auto clicker. Stop auto clicking. Okay, yeah, down. Yeah, no, I don't want to do any of that. Go back. Okay, I got a little Bitcoin beta backup, guys. Sorry. Give me a second here. Pulsar is the one. Yeah, currently right now, Pulsar got overrun by GPUs. It's on curve hash. So, but they are going to be forking here soon. They're going to be moving over to a CPU chain utilizing Minotaur X. So my calculator will have to be updated with Minotaur X here soon. I just got to wait for this to load. Hey guys, we're going to be playing some Bitcoin Miner live on the Rabid Mining YouTube channel right now. I'm just kidding. We're not going to be doing that. Roblox Miner. Hey. Holy, it's taking forever. Do your thing already. Load up. Load up. Load up. There we go. Come on. Do your thing. Bitcoin Miner. Here we go. To the moon. All right. So here's all my power supplies. It's way better. It's like cold fusion stuff. But we're not getting into this right now. Bitcoin. We want our Solaris. Do I have any? Oh, seeing how we're here, we may as well play a little bit, right, guys? It's supposed to be a Q&A, but we're playing some games. I'm just kidding. Everyone's probably leaving the live stream now. They're like, I don't want to see this crap. All right, I just got to get this all together. Yeah, we got the Rabid Mining Roblox gear. All right, all set. Now I'm just going to minus this, and we will look at Pulsar. So here's my Pulsar wallet. I'm at 36,000 coins now. Like, I think I only mined, like, 5,000, 6,000 coins. The rest have all been through staking. And it looks like we have some notifications here. All right, incoming. So what is today? Today's the 16th. So we got a block today. We got a block yesterday. We got a block a day before. So some nice daily blocks, at least for the past 3 days. Each block is worth 90 Pulsar. So awesome. So there's my staking. What do I got for Chia? How's my Chia looking? Full node, plots, no. Offers, tokens. I got 0.95. I'm almost at 1 Chia, guys. My 12 terabytes has almost got me 1 Chia. Nice. We're almost there. Now imagine if Chia hits $2,000 again. Then I'll be like, hey, I'm all in Chia. Chia's actually gaining more popularity. If you haven't, oh, look how this, you can see how the uphill swing was slow. And we kind of went up a little faster here because people lose faith in coins. Like, oh, this is garbage. Difficulty's too high. They leave. And when they leave, that leaves us people that, you know, we pick up the scraps. Then we start gaining Chia faster. But I only got 12 terabytes, so nothing special going on here whatsoever. But yeah, this is my little server PC. It's got my Pulsar staking on it. It's got my Chia mining going on it. I got to open this back up. Let's open this back up. I got to start. Yeah, here's my auto clicker. Get this back on. No, I don't want to shop. Change my algo. Yeah, I'll go to Dagger here. Plot info. Okay, I can't overclock right now. All right, we're good. This should just keep me logged in for a little while longer now. Good thing we checked on that because I was logged off. X. All right, we're back to normal, guys. We're back to normal. That's Bitcoin Miner Roblox. Hey, Neoxa might. I was talking to them. I'm like, you guys, this is what I legitimately told them this. It's like, Neoxa, what are you gonna you know, do something with Roblox, maybe Ark Survival Evolved, because they were saying they can do anything modded. Because I said I don't like Minecraft, so do something else. That's legitimately what I told them. And they're like, yeah, well, we actually looked into Ark Survival Evolved previously, and it would be fairly simple to do something. They don't have it on their timeline yet, but they are looking into these other projects that I was suggesting them. One of them was Roblox. And I said, you know what? If you move into Roblox or into Ark Survival Evolved or something, I'm 100% on board. I told them that. But until they do so, I don't like Minecraft, so I'm not on board right now. But that's just me. The auto clicker on Roblox is required. Yes, it is. Because then you don't really have to play. You just sit there AFK for days on end and collect cash. Little Time Mining. Ark Survival Evolved, I'm down. Hey, Little Time, how come you have Ark? Join up. Mike Baldwin's been there for like 2 weeks all by himself begging me to log in. I've been so busy. I've been meaning to. Obviously, I haven't logged in because I haven't updated a video on the gaming channel yet for it, but I plan on, you know, putting a lot more time into the gaming channel here soon. I need 540 more hours to monetize the gaming channel. We're sitting at around 1,100 subscribers. We're at 4,500 and something. I don't know, 4,400 and some watch hours. So we need like a little over 500 more, and then that will be monetized. And I plan on doing a lot more content for that. But I gotta get on it so we can get those last, you know, few hundred hours here. But awesome. John Doe, you guys are gonna make me turn Bitcoin miner. See you in Ark. Yeah, guys, join up the Ark. It's fun. Mike Baldwin's been there. He is crazy. He's been sending me, like, telling me what he's got going on. It's the Halloween event right now. Oh, it's a crazy stuff going on in Ark right now. It's the best time to be in it right now because I love the Halloween events. But yeah, he's been there. He has like a Rex army ready for bosses, and oh my gosh, it's crazy. I got to get on there. You know what? We're gonna cancel the stream and go play some Ark. I'm just kidding. We're Q&A, guys. Ask me some questions. I'll try to answer. Enough about the gaming stuff right now. We're mining right now. We're not gamers. We're miners. Miners turn gamers. Or gamers turn miners. Something. I don't know. Whatever we are. Question. Absolutely dying to know if it's possible to do the silent fan swap on the L7 like you did on the L3 Plus. It's possible, but I don't know how well it would work. So the L3 Plus has 4 fans, correct? So it might be a little better. It just depends how hot that thing runs. I don't know. I don't have one. I haven't tested one, so I'm not sure. So you can swap the fan on anything, for real. You can just change fans. Now, whether depending on how that thing mines and how hot it actually gets, and obviously ambient temperatures, it just come down to if those fans are enough to keep it cool. So you can try it for sure, and it will work. But it just, will those fans be enough to keep it cool? That I do not have an answer for. But if you want to just swap it and try it out, yeah, for sure, it's going to work for you. You can try it. Neoxa master nodes soon. They're getting nodes rolling together. That's interesting. Neoxa master. That's interesting that you mentioned that. Now, it makes sense on a security standpoint. They're already hacked once. But do miners realize what happens once something like that gets implemented? You're going to be losing. Master nodes, I think, they'll probably change their percentage. But usually the master nodes is a lot higher percentage than something like a smart node through most of the coins. So a master node is almost 50% of the network if you're running master nodes. That means miners will lose 50% of their block rewards. So it's going to be interesting how that will play out to the mining community implementing something like that. Because that just means more towards something like Furo. Furo, took away most of the miners' rewards and put it to the POS side. Because people that invest their money into the POS side, they're obviously watching a coin more closely and they're more involved with it. Miners, they can move around, do whatever. So that could hurt the Neoxa mining community quite a bit, adding something like that, especially if it was never in the white paper or something in the first place. So that may be a bad move on Neoxa's. Now, they're probably going to promote it as a more security and a thing, but if miners know what's going on here and they see what's happening, they're going to be losing a lot of block rewards. Now, they may change it to only 20% or 30% or something. You know, that could be a thing, but that's still a loss, which means Neoxa has to hit that much higher of a price point for mining to be profitable on it. So that's going to make a huge impact to the mining community, adding something like that to the chain that was never initially implemented. The total cost to run a Neox masternode would be, oh my gosh, yeah. Then you got the huge cost too. I forgot about that. It takes a lot of coins to usually run the masternodes as well. So there you go. You know, iNodes might get into that. You know, do some shared hosting or something. But interesting operation going on there. That makes me not like them as much anymore. Just saying. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, this is awesome, it's great, it's amazing, but does not anyone realize what's actually going on here? Like, is it just me, or does it look like a lot of these POW coins are slowly moving to a staker coin? And then you turn into Furo, where you just slash your rewards right away from the miners, and now you got 80% going to your nodes, and your miners are just there sitting there doing nothing. Mining's going to die if everything legitly keeps doing this. So that's just what I think. I don't think that's a good idea. They shouldn't be doing that. But who knows? We'll see the next guy come out saying, yes, it's awesome. Neoxa's dropping, making masternodes, wicked. You know, those are people that don't do their research. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's get going. What else do we got here? Little time mining oppose me. If your ambient temp is minus 50, maybe. Check the website. What are we talking about? What's minus 50? Do you have any other questions? How much is that in money, Patrick Murphy? Let's have a look right now. Let's look at Neoxa price. See how much that would cost. Neoxa price. Coin market. Where is it in CoinGecko? Yes, it is. This number here. Yeah, I think that's a bad idea, but whatever. I could be wrong. You know, everyone else will say it's such a good idea. There we go. Yeah, 1,251 USD for a master node. You know, it's another way to get money. Hey, you know what? I know how we can play this. Now, if you really believe in Neoxa, and I think I used to believe in Neoxa up until I heard that, but this is a nice play. People are going to be buying Neoxa for these master nodes, which means the price, when they release these, the price is going to pump. So there's an opportunity here for a lot of people here to make some money. Maybe we should mine some of Neoxa and then dump it when people are trying to get into master nodes. Now, obviously, if you're holding all this and the price of Neoxa pumps, it makes a lot worthwhile moving to the next bull run stuff. And you don't want to do that and then be like, oh, Rabid told me to sell. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Now it's worth $1 million. That could happen. But I'm just saying, I lost a little bit of faith in here because of this masternode things. That's going to be taking a lot from the miners, and there's going to be a chance here that Neox is going to pump because of it, because people are going to be buying a lot of coins to put into these masternodes. And so when that happens, there's going to be a lot of volume to sell coins. Now remember, it takes 12 hours to send your coins to an exchange, so keep an eye on some dates, have coins ready if you do plan on selling. And if you plan on getting a node yourself, then obviously you're going to be buying and you can just ignore the whole thing. But there's an opportunity here to make some money, but take it any way you want. Do what you want to do. Do your own research, guys. Don't just do what I said. How do you do it with all the wallets? Oh man, it's a mess. Like, let me see. Let's find my wallets, some of them. So programs, wallets. So here's some of my wallets right here. So we can see we got Avian, Babycoin, Buckcoin, Conceal. We got Duro CLL wallet, CLI. We got a wallet file. So this is like my backup. We got Epics, Evox, Exodus, Jag wallet, Jagger coin backup. Like, it is crazy. And then within here, my wallets, like, let's go to Jagger. Do I have it? No, that's the wrong one. That's not even nothing in there. Jag wallet, Windows, build. So now we have your data. Then within your data, you got your backups, and like, it's crazy. Then I think new folder, Mail, Ledger, Radiant, RTM backup. Yeah, VCox, Urbis, Zelcore backup, Zelcore's new backup. It's crazy. I got quite a bit of wallets here. Now I also take these and I got them all on a USB drive as well. So I got backups and backups of backups. So it's crazy. Wallet management equals worse than cable management. Yeah, I got a lot of them. And then, every couple weeks, that's why I don't log into all these wallets. Like, I go to example, I don't even know what I got going on in BitTorium right now. Like, I haven't sunk up much of these wallets lately. I just get my payouts and then I check it, you know, a month down the road. How many coins do I got? Like, that's pretty much how I'm not very organized when it comes to this, but I do kind of track coins that I'm using to pay for power and stuff. And those are more of a strategic thing, but testing ETC FW on 6 and 8 gigabyte cards to a mining. This won't end well. Crazy. I good with my Pulsar wallet. Yeah. Oh, Pulsar is gonna have a manual. I was gonna say manual, but everything is manual, so you gotta do it yourself. What's the other one for do it now? You have to. What's that word? Starts with an M. I can't think right now. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so they're gonna have a wallet update that you're gonna have to update your wallet. So everyone's gonna have to be ready for that. When they do fork, you're gonna have to yeah, mandatory. There we go. So there's going to be a mandatory wallet update for Pulsar in the next couple weeks here, depending when they do their fork. So they're going to be changing everything over. Thank you very much, Michael Flores, for the US $99. That's for the new gen Threadripper fund. So much appreciated. There's also links to PayPal if you guys want to help support the channel that way, because I don't know, it's next to impossible to get hardware these days to test out. But we need Threadrippers and Epics. Everyone knows how I'm talking about CPUs and I don't say anything about like 4090 GPU fun, guys. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I need Epics and Threadrippers. Yeah, someone gift me a dictionary, please. Mandatory. Manny Torque? What Manny Torque? Won't Ergo wallets you? Oh, what Ergo wallets do I use? I use this one up here. Can you see it? No, you can't. Nautilus. I use the Nautilus wallet. So it's right here. I'll open it up. Boom. It's a web browsing wallet. This is Nautilus. And we can see, you know, coins. What is this? Oh, I got a government's token. I could have voted, but I didn't. I got NFTs here. Mine Ergo. Nice. And I got some other coin, ErgoPad. I got this. I got some Neta happening. I don't know what this is. Paid. I don't know what that coin is, but I got that. Cool. So yeah, I use Nautilus. I highly recommend that over things. It's like the MetaMask for Ergo. It's used to go against all the Ergo dexes. I got some liquidity in one of these pools. I don't remember the Ergo dex, but that's what I use for Ergo wallets is Nautilus. I don't like Zelcore. Fully Electric, he knows that, but Fully Electric's in love with Zelcore. I don't like it. I stay away from Zelcore unless I have to. I feel forced to have to use Zelcore for anything Flux. I wish a new Flux wallet would be emerged and I didn't have to use Zelcore. I feel they ripped me off. That's just me. Golden Wolf just saw you. You're under the radar again. Golden Wolf, what's going on? Welcome. I really like Zelcore, but hate the fees. They're really high. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the main reason too. I don't mind Zelcore as a wallet. It has, you know, you can store things everywhere, do everything, you know, it does what it's supposed to do. I just don't like the fusion fees. And Zelcore is the only wallet that does that. So I feel like they're trying to rob me blind anytime you try to actually use a feature that you need when you're swapping parallel assets or like, here you go. Here's, you know, $20 in parallel assets for the year, but I'm going to take 50% of that so that you can actually get them. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. You're such a great service. No. I've been messing around with the Yori wallet since they fixed. Oh, did they fix it? That's what I used to use for Ergo. Was that the Yori wallet? That's what I used all the time. But then when the Ergo dexes started releasing, they was having issues connecting to them, and you could still connect and use it just fine, but it did take, you know, a few attempts at connecting and, you know, some lag issues and stuff. So maybe that's all fixed now, but that's why I did switch to Nautilus, because it was like a seamless connection and it worked a lot faster. But maybe that's done now, you know, because I was on that Yori wallet originally. Yo, Roy. I got a Zelcore wallet for the flux of it. Really, that's why I got Zelcore, because I needed it for Flux. Litecoins and Zelcore to just have another wallet is expensive comparatively. Yeah. Just sending money without fusion is expensive compared to others. Is it? Just sending money out of there? Like, yeah, I never tried. Do they have withdrawal fees for real? That's like an exchange. Are they running like an exchange? I was not aware of that. I never tried to send any coins out of it. So that would, if they have a, I guess, like if it's just a network fee, that's fine. But if they actually have a fee to withdraw coins out of the wallet, that's going to just bring on a whole new level of hate for me if that's a thing. But I don't know if that's a thing or not, so I don't want to say anything there, just the way I read that. I hate that I can't cash out Flux stuff. I would like to convert, then move to exchange for fiat. Too aggravating. I asked the team about aggravating Coinbase, and they got upset. Of course they did. They want everyone to use theirs. I feel like for being such decentralized networks that everything's supposed to be, I feel like Flux, for example, is being centralized on a single wallet, and we're stuck on it. And because of it, we're getting charged stupid fees. So that's just my whole feeling on that whole aspect of everything. But I really hope another wallet does emerge and is better than Zelcore. I really do. Anyone confirm this crazy profitability on NiceHash? There has been some big buy orders. Are they still there again? Let's just do a refresh. 3070. NiceHash NeoScript. Okay. Ergo. I see losing 11 cents on Ergo. I see losing 16 cents on ETC hash. I don't see any crazy profitability. Yesterday there was some during some of the stream for, you know, half the stream or something. It was up of making like 80 cents a day after power, but now it's not. Oh, I wonder if it's because, are you looking at your 24-hour averages? Where is it? Nice hash. I might have to refresh this. What to mine? Engage. 130.70. Continue. Nice hash. 3 cents. Okay, so it's saying 3 cents at your 24-hour averages, but because hash rate is bouncing around all over the place, you do have to go to current revenue, which is right now at your current values, which is current prices and everything. And it looks like nice hash is minus 20, 21, minus 19. Kapow minus 23, Octopus minus 23, Ergo minus 11. You're losing everywhere. Nice hash. 16 on ETC hash. And that's at 10 cent power. So there's no crazy profits being had right now on ETC. But there was yesterday. So the 24 hours makes sense because it was saying yesterday that there was an hour or something and there was someone might have bought a bunch of hash power and you were making like 80 cents a day or something on a single 3070. Today also it gave it. So, well, how long did that last? So like an hour, 20 minutes? I guess it depends on the hash rate that the guy rented and who all got it. Because remember, it's how it works though is NiceHash is the middleman and there's a buyer and hash rate. Obviously, us as miners, we're the hash rate. The buyer comes in, they pay NiceHash X amount of money for an X amount of hash pointed to whatever pool and their own wallet, the buyer's wallet and the buyer's pool of choice. It could be even their own node. That's how attacks happen. But so NiceHash takes their cut and then they pay the miners for giving that guy's that hash rate for an X amount of time. That's how the whole NiceHash thing usually works. So if a buyer wants to pay a crap ton for a crap ton of hash rate, if he wants to do an attack or something, miners are going to be like, oh my gosh, this is so profitable. This is awesome. And then you attack a coin and oh, something happened. This is what happened, you know, back when ETC was first getting attacked. I had a 2060 KO. I was making, that was like what, 2019? Was it 2019 or something? I can't remember. 2060 KO. I was on NiceHash with my gaming PC, checking it out. And all of a sudden I went from like 60 cents a day mining Ravencoin or something. It hit Dagger Hashimoto, which we know is ETC. It was ETH hash at the time before it was forked with Thanos to ETC hash. But then I was up to like $3.40 in 2019 on a 2060 single card. It's like, whoa, this is good. Nice. Awesome day today. And then tomorrow, the next day, I found out ETC got attacked. I was like, oh, oops. Yeah. So I was part of that. I made a lot of money because of it. And, you know, everyone else out there was probably like, yes, awesome day. Use NiceHash. It's great. But now look at, we fast forward how many years now, 3-4 years later, we're now hanging out 2021. I guess that's only like 3 years or something. And now confirmations on ETC take 4 days to send a coin somewhere. So did we really win? Now we're failing. Look what happened in the Oxa. It got attacked through NiceHash and rentals. It went to 12 hours to send to an exchange. So now you got to wait 12 hours. So you see a coin, you see Neoxa pumping, you're like, awesome, I'm going to sell some, I'm going to make some profit here. I send my coins now. It's right now it's noon at my time. It's 12:04. That means at midnight tonight, my coins will finally get there. Let's hope that pump is still on at that point in time. This is the effects of too much hash rate being on NiceHash and people just caring about profits and not what's actually going on and not how NiceHash actually works. It's a profit switcher. No, it's not. It's a buyer switcher. The buyer determines where your hash rate goes. All right. Anyway. Hello, Rabid. Do you think good idea to mine FW? I don't know. It could do something. It might not. Like right now, we're in a lot of uncertainty. FW, it could save the GPU mining community in the next bull run. Maybe it could pump. Will it get a lot of users? No idea, but that's what it needs to do so. But right now, we don't know. We don't know the future of any of these coins right now. I do think FW is looking a lot better than originally thought before the fork happened, because before the fork happened, I was saying, don't get into FW. It's a scam coin, yada, yada. That's because we had the Polynix was all promoting it everywhere as they're the first exchange to ever list Ethereum. So they're trying to pull their weight around how we're going to be the first ones to list this too, yada, yada, yada. And then we had Justin Sun, the big Tron guy there, who seems a little sketchy to a lot of people. And, he does a lot of things. So they were going to fork FW right at merge time. That's when the fork took place. But somehow last minute, they got fired or they quit the FW project. So it is no longer forefronted by Polynix or that Justin Sun guy or whatever his name is. They then swapped over and they did the fork of ETF. So ETF is the coin that's been crashing hard ever since it forked, pretty much. It's seen some ups, but that's Justin's. And now we have some other guy. I don't really know who's all behind FW yet, but they have been holding a lot of spaces, talking to community members, everything throughout Twitter. They're holding a lot of open group discussions. They've been promoting a lot of DApp owners, and they're getting a lot of people on board to help move it forward, which is very interesting. So I do think FW has a chance to do something in the future. I just don't know if it'll be good enough or not yet at this point. But so we don't know. The future is still a lot of uncertainty, but I think there is some hope in it. There's also another thing out there where Ethereum, I know we're supposed to be done talking about Ethereum, but they're running into a lot of issues since they did move the proof of stake. We got all this censorship going on. We got two addresses are pretty much validating the majority of the network all the time because there's so much S stake between them addresses and so on. And I saw a tweet from Bako and someone else says, well, there's a lot of things we weren't really anticipating going on with the move to POS, but we'll try to get through it. So there's stuff that they did not see coming happening. And it's going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be hilarious if ETH forks back to proof of work. Is that going to happen? No, most likely not. But hey, you never know. They do have the shadow forks in play for a reason if they ever had to. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. But could you imagine if they actually went back, get in there, release all the funds, all the staking funds, be able to move coins out, and then just boom, okay, we're going back proof of work, or at least run a 50-50 or something. It's not ever going to happen. Most 99% chance they're going to stay POS forever, and that won't happen. But you never know. If they run into enough hiccups, that could be an option moving into the future. So it's very interesting to see how this whole thing is going to play out. Is Ergo at $3? Am I seeing that right? Where Ergo? Where? Oh, this is probably Canadian price. Oh, Canadian. There we go. 218. Ergo's at 218 USD. It's almost $3 Canadian. And in Europe, it's 224. So yeah, there's USD prices. It's negative 1% right now. And what's Raven? Do I have RTM in here? Yes, I do. -2. So yeah. Our 5700 XTs a good buy for $100 to $125. They used to be. I don't know about anymore. They're okay on Ravencoin, I think. I'm gonna have to redo some testing there and test them out. But yeah, for most of the coins, the AMD GPUs aren't too hot. They're good on Kapow. They're good Kapow GPUs, I guess. Everything is uncertain, and when it comes to Zelkorlinsky light, the world is in a nuclear winter. What is Zelkorlinsky light? What is going on there? What does that mean? Did you get time to check about mining Ether 1? Oh, yeah, I kind of looked into that. Is it here? Where mining pool stats, Ether 1. What is this? It's a newer coin. It's interesting. So I looked in a little bit and I talked to a couple people. It's kind of an interesting project. Well, not really, but there's no exchange on it or nothing yet. But there was a 21 million pre-mine, I'm pretty sure. So there's a pre-mine. Actually, no, this is probably not the right coin I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of something else. Is there another Ether coin here that got forked? Maybe I don't know about this one. There's one. Now I don't want to mess this up. Okay, I don't know. I don't know much info. I don't want to mess this up because I know one or both had a 21 million pre-mine, but one of the projects actually is not going to the devs or anything. It's actually going to go back to the community through incentives and other things like, you know, bonus rewards and stuff like that, giving back to the miners. And I don't know which one it is yet, so I don't really want to talk about this right now because I don't know which coin is doing that, and I don't want to point people at the wrong one. So I'm not sure if that's Ether 1 or something else, but I do know both of them had a $21 million pre-mine. One of it is a pre-mine for bad purposes probably, and the other one is going to go back to the miners and stuff later on down the road through like airdrops and incentives and, you know, depending how many people follow the network, stuff like that. So that one does seem interesting. I just don't know which one it is at this point. Rabid, you are not messing anything up. All F forks are crap. Or we could go that way. We can say that too. When the mining will be profitable again, do you think? It depends on how what you determine profitability. Just mean able to break even at power, or do you mean making like 10 cents, 15 cents, or do you mean making like $1 or more per GPU? So if it's $1 or more per GPU, probably 6 years. Like, sad to say is that, you know, it's sad to say, like, because that's and you're probably like, wait a minute, isn't that past the next bull run? Yes, that is past the next bull run. I don't think the next bull run is going to be too hot, guys, for GPUs, unless a lot more miners continue to quit. So 2025 is when I expect the next bull run to hit. We're going to see new price gains, new all-time highs, and an interesting conversation came up on yesterday's stream where some of these coins might not hit previous all-time highs. If we look back, like there are some that were actually lower than the 2017 all-time highs. So we could see that moving from the 2025 to 2021 all-time highs. Maybe Ravencoin doesn't pump. Maybe Ergo doesn't pump. Maybe Flux doesn't pump. We don't know. I expect, you know, Ergo and Flux to probably hit new all-time highs, but we're not going to hit any type of level to be making mad money in mining. I really don't think that's going to happen. It's going to take a few cycles for this to go through, but we don't know. Ethereum exploded, you know, 2020, just prior to the bull run. It went insane, but it also had an insane amount of users, and ETH wallets created, DeFi was created. It had a massive user base that none of these coins have even close to at this point in time. Maybe some will get half. I don't know. But just take for an example, Ergo, current emissions right now, it's losing 3 Ergo every 3 months. We're sitting at, where's my coin thing? Let's take a look. Where are we sitting at right now? It's GPUs. I did all this stuff here. Where is it? So like I put down some of the current emissions right now. So actually last week we were at 34,560 ergos getting mined every day. Now, since we have the governments, we're at 32,400. In January, we're going to be at 30,240. In April of 2023, we're going to be at 28,000. In July, we're at 25. In October, we're at 23. So we keep going forward. I think around 2025, we're going to be down to only 12,000 ergo per 24 hours being distributed to miners. In order for ergo to make as much as Ethereum did in the bear market before it went to the merge, where it was still hardly paying anything compared to the bull run, we need a price point of $2,500 on Ergo to be as profitable as the bear run was just before the merge happened. Do you think Ergo is going to hit $2,500? Flux needs around $900 running the same thing. So we're going to need massive gains on these coins. And I don't think that's going to happen. There's still way too much hardware on these networks for profitability to pick up. And that was like 80, 90 cents a day per GPU just before it went down. 3090, I think, was at $1.40 or something. I can't remember precisely what all the numbers were, but you can kind of see where I'm getting at here. We are probably going to be less profitable at the peak. That's if you sell at the peak of the next bull run your GPU mineable coins. So yeah, that's why I'm calling this. This is a great GPU reset coming in, guys. The end of Ethereum is worse than any bear market we have seen in the past. Previously times, you know, a bear market hits, miners just slowly quit and they come off the networks, and then we get into a nice prime time mining stage. A prime time mining stage would normally be coming up in the next year or so, but there's too many people thinking they're going to hold on to your hardware for too much. There's way too much hardware out there. And when this happens, we start getting a lot of coins, and our yields picking up quite a bit to lead into that next bull run. But our yields are rock bottom still. Our yields are lower than what they were previously. So it's crazy thinking about how things have changed, and GPU mining is going to be changing for a very, very long time, which is why, again, I haven't been buying GPUs. I don't care what the price gets to. If I find a 3080 for $100, what's the point if it's not going to ROI itself? If you use your crypto to cover power, and if you're in the negatives, you're losing money. I should have took that $200, bought crypto instead. I would make more money in the next bull run, because you're losing money on a day. It has an ROI of 0 if you're not even able to cover your power costs at that point. Anyway, just 2 cents there. Hadouken, I will never hear the end of it. Oh, you guys are Hadoukening everywhere. All the Hadoukens. Oh, why is this thing? Dogs barking. Anyway, what's going on? We got more questions, guys. Add it up. Ergo and Flux prices need to come up. Everything needs to come up, guys. And they need to come up to some pretty insane levels to be able to cover the power. Like, I think Flux actually has the least amount of hash rate on it out of all the coins right now. If you look it up and you split it up the hardware, there's not much hardware on Flux compared to a lot of the other coins out there. So you can just tell the massive amount of price gain that we're going to need moving in. And what creates price value? Well, obviously the network, we need user base. You need buyers. That's what increases the price. So we need all these things to happen as well. Now, I do think like Flux is doing huge things. Like, they got the storage thing coming. They got their whole networks. Like, they're doing things where, you know, I think that could be the next Ethereum. Flux has a very high potential chance of doing this. And all they need now is to pretty much get everything in place. They're still in their building process. And that's why I think it's still a very young coin. And moving into the future, it's going to take a couple cycles for this to actually happen. But eventually, it will happen. I do think Flux sometime is going to hit an explosion, and it's going to go soaring past the moon. But I just don't think it's going to happen by next bull run. It's probably going to happen in the following one of that, because they do need a lot of time to grow. Project Thunder proof. Yes, that's Project Thunder is another one. I don't know much about that. I think you did a video on that though. Check out Mining King. He was talking about Project Thunder. I don't know too much about it yet. I'm still all in Chia because everyone's been ditching Chia. So yeah, I've been actually getting more profitable on that. So I'm all in that. I plan on getting more hard drives just for Chia. But Project Thunder is another thing to look into for hard drives. I'm just not 100% sure how it all plays out yet. And you have to use Zelcore for it. And I'm against Zelcore because of that. Flux is down 32% in the last 32 days. Hey, Mr. Scientific, what's going on? That's actually hilarious. Down 32% in the last 32 days. There you go. We're losing a percent a day, guys. That's to be expected, though. That's to be expected. I really don't think... I think the market, the bottom is not here yet, guys. Be prepared for the bottom of the market. That still has not happened. It's happening probably December or January, guys. February at the latest. I still think the market bottom has not hit yet. The sideways will begin after that, and then we'll have that, you know, that slow increase into the next bull run, which will happen. We'll start seeing the bigger gains end of 2024 and leading up into 2025 is probably where we'll hit the high again of the next bull run would be in the 2025 range. But we'll see what happens. But I still don't think the market has hit the low. So expect, get ready, guys. Like if there's a project you're kind of eyeing up on for that next bull run or something, try maybe set a little bit of funds or something aside, because when the bottom hits, it's only going to go up from there. It's going to be a slow process over the next couple of years of those sideways and, ups and downs. But once the bottom hits, it is only going to go up from that point on. And I still think that's 3 to 4 months away. It's happening. It's going to be soon. So be prepared for it. Another 50 to 60% drop in crypto will really cause people to shut off fully lost. Yes, that's very true. And that's why that's another part of the whole GPU reset, understanding the markets, how it's kind of playing out and looking at the past, moving into the future. That's going to cause, obviously that's when the flood of hardware is going to start happening. It's not going to happen initially, as we're already seeing. Like, this is how I see this whole bear market playing out. There's a lot of hardware out there people are just holding on to. They can't, it's next to impossible. You cannot think that GPU mining is ever going to die or ever change. It can't, because we need these coins. These coins need GPU miners to support their networks and validate these transactions. But the people with free power and cheap power, obviously the people are going to be able to stay on unless you mine at a loss. Right now we're sitting around a 6 cents break even point. Anyone above that is losing. Anyone below that is, a little bit profitable. The market's still going to come down, which is going to bring that break-even power cost down to about 5 cents, maybe even 4 cents. And then from there, it's going to go sideways. This will add more pressure on the people saying, okay, this is going to be bad. Network difficulties drop off, and then people are like, oh my gosh, okay, difficulties finally dropping down. Now people are going to turn back online, and they're going to see, okay, everyone else is turning back online. Now our hash rates are going to spike again, and the difficulty will go up, and everyone's going to be like, oh, what happened? I thought everyone was quitting. This is going to play out for a long time because people cannot get rid of hardware. So I really think the GPU flood and a hardware flood will happen around mid 2023, end of 2023. We'll see rock bottom prices around the middle of 2024. And then we will start to rise into the next bull market, end of 2024, peak around 2025. But because it's going to take all the way to the bitter end of people holding on and finally starting to give up for that to happen. And is it even going to be enough? We might not even have enough people give up this time around like we usually do in the previous runs because of Ethereum bringing in so many people from 2021. The next bull run is probably not going to look too hot in terms of, pure profits like we saw in the past. But again, this is just my estimate guess on this. We don't know what's actually going to play out, but I do think the next bull run is not going to be what we saw with the 2021 bull run for GPU miners anyway. We're not going to be 3-month ROI in anything. We're not going to be, making $2, $3, $4, $10, $14 a day on a 3090 or something. We might see maybe $1 a day. We might get lucky if we're at 90 cents a day, which is what we were at prior to when the ETH merge happened. Just before that with Ethereum, that's about the numbers we were seeing. So that's why I keep going back saying on pretty much a best case scenario is we are as profitable as just before the merge at the peak of the next bull run. So, but we'll see how it plays out. It's going to be an interesting times for sure. And remember, I always gun for the bottom. I expect the worst, and anything above that is a bonus. So if it gets a little more profitable, I have a huge smile on my face, but I am expecting it to be around the numbers I just kind of showed you. So I aim for the worst, and anything else is a bonus. So just kind of keep that in mind when doing research and looking into things. Anyway, I am going to buy a gas powered generator and put in a further bag. Yeah, you could do that. Rabid mining. Ironically, the best thing for proof of work may actually be a clamp down on regulation of POS. Could be a catalyst for devs to finally start creating novel and innovative proof of work coins. That's very true too. Like, what did the SEC say there? The SEC say there the other day. Like, they pretty much said anything POS is pretty much a security because you're investing money. It's turning into almost like a stock market. And, this is conflicting with the stock market. And we all know the world runs around the stock market. So they're got to get their hands and their regulatory issues and everything in there. They can control something like that a whole lot easier than something proof of work mechanism. So that's why they are leading that way. And that's very true there. It might lead more people into the POW side of things with better innovation. And when doing that innovation, hopefully the devs of these coins or whatever they're doing look into more of efficient algorithms. Like Meow Coin, it may do something. It's helping cats. It's doing whatever it's supposed to do. But I think picking Kapow as an algorithm is probably a bad idea. But that's just me. I hope they fork to something else eventually somewhere down the road. But we don't know what's happened. And I know Ravencoin is being promoted as a big ASIC resistant algorithm and things like that. But it sounds like there's a lot of money trying to break that. So let's just put it that way. I think there's going to be some interesting things. I've been mentioning about Ergo previously about some crazy numbers coming out for that. It also sounds like there is something that's probably going to be better than GPUs on Kapow algorithm within 6 to 8 months from now, I think. But we'll see what happens there. So it's going to be interesting times ahead, especially for GPU miners and these coin devs. They're going to have to be very active if they really want to stay on top of these other parties making better hardware. Let's leave it at that. Meow Coin is more profitable as of today on GPUs. Well, let's have a look. 3070. Calculate. What's Meow Coin at? At 10-cent power, it is at negative 22 cents. So I know I'm not mining it. Maybe you can. You can if you want, but I wouldn't. 22 cents. Look at that. With free power, you're at 21 cents. You are losing more at 10 cent per kilowatt hour on a 3070 than you would be with free power mining it. So you're losing 22 cents and, free power 21 cents. So if you were to take this 21 cents here and buy the coin, you're getting more coins than if you had free power almost. That's kind of insane thinking about it that way. And with 52 cents, oh yeah, Run Punch is 52 cents. I don't even think you want to know this. You definitely better be buying that coin. 52 cents. Where are we at here? Oh, where's Meow Coin? What? Oh my gosh. Red Pots, if you were mining Meow Coin on a 3070 right now, you would be losing $2.04 per day. That obviously makes a lot more sense to be buying that coin right now, for sure. Like 10-cent power, you're almost doubling your profits than if you had free power, or you're not doubling it there. But here, if you were buying the coin, you're like quadrupling your profits buying the coin over mining it. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Negative 204 at 54 cent, 22 cent power. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Yeah. If you got free electric, which coin would you mine? If I had free electric, that's a good question. Whatever coin, the best answer would be whatever coin you believe in the most. So right now, I would probably put that towards the way everything's looking right now. It would probably be Flux or Ergo, I think. But we're talking about GPUs. You guys aren't even talking about CPUs. If I had free power, I would probably be on Duro. Duro or Raptorium. I do believe Duro may have the chance to take over everything sometime in the future. They're doing some pretty crazy things, guys, and they're gaining a lot of popularity. But that's a CPU side right now. They are looking for a GPU miner maybe to be implemented in. I think that's a bad idea the way the algorithm works, because if a GPU miner does get implemented, that does open up the floodgates for FPGAs and other things, which is what they ran into with their Astrobot version 2. As XMRig updated the algorithm, they released it. It was awesome on CPUs. And then GPUs caught wind and kind of got in through XMRig, and so did FPGAs. Network hash went through the roof. They reforked the version 3, and now we're back to CPUs. And now they're looking for a GPU miner again. I feel the process is going to keep repeating itself. But again, we'll see what happens. It's not my call. I'm not the dev, but Duro is doing some wicked things. So actually with free power, I would probably go in on that, because I think that may even explode Flux and stuff. out of the water once it actually sees future gain potentials. It's a crazy privacy coin that has a lot of things going on with it, but too soon to tell. We'll see what happens. You're at 16 cents after taxes. GPUs need more coins to mine. GPUs have a crap ton of coins to mine. It's just that there's way too much hardware on the network. Ethereum brought too many GPUs in. And this is what I've been trying to tell everybody that's been following the channel since Bitcoin was at like 40,000. And we heard like within months that the merge may be coming. That this was exactly how it was going to play out. This is the numbers that I pretty much said things were going to look like. We're almost 100% accurate on this whole operation. Now, some people couldn't wrap their heads around it. They go to what to mine and they'd say, oh, well, this is still making 50 cents. This is still making 60 cents. This is still 40 cents. How is something not going to be profitable? And it's because they didn't realize how the network hash rate and the hardware hanging out on Ethereum, how much that would raise the difficulty across everything. So these numbers are not a surprise to anyone that's been following the channel. I'm pretty sure you guys, this is what we were all expecting. Like I said, we aim for the bottom. Anything on top of that is a bonus. So we were prepared for this, and this is what was expected on most of these numbers here. First time I hear it. Oh, craziness. NVIDIA should launch some coins with crazy use cases. You imagine NVIDIA starting to make a crypto coin right after they did their whole LHR thing, and oh my gosh, I don't even want to be involved in the PR team's standpoint on that. That'd be crazy. It went from 20 million a day to 2 billion a day to miners. How could it go any other way? Yeah, exactly. But people look at what to mine. They just think, well, I can just go to this. I can just go to that. But yeah, like the money isn't there. These other coins don't have the value that Ethereum. I don't know how else to put it. There's a lot of promise in these coins, but I don't see Flux hitting $1,000 anytime soon. I don't see Ergo hitting over $2,500 anytime soon. It's going to take a few cycles for these things to actually, get their momentum, get their talk, get their thing going on. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. I hate when you were right about GPU mining. Well, I know, and everyone's like, oh, Rabid's doom and gloom, back to his doom and gloom, but I just I just take the information I know and I present that forward, and you can either agree with it, disagree with it, or just, tell me to be quiet. It doesn't matter. But this is just the way I look at things, the way I see things. I bring that to light, and you can either agree or disagree. It's part of doing your research. So it just sucks that it's so bad right now, and I don't really see a bright future anytime soon. But the future will get better again. But that's why I have been moving to other ways to mine. There's ASIC miners, there's CPUs, there's hard drives. There's lots of other ways to remain profitable in crypto. GPUs was just the main forefront because everyone could get them so easily, and that's what everyone talked about. But that's why ever since I started the channel, I think my first video was on a CPU, actually. I can't even remember what my first video was. Maybe it was a mixture of everything mining with my CPU. I don't know. But I mine whatever's profitable. I don't care if it's on GPUs or a CPU or whatever. I mine whatever makes money, and that's all that matters. And that's what I portray in the video. And I just, do the news around everything as well. Have you noticed the prices have spread out across cryptos on what to mine? For 2 3060 Ti example, it's like 30 to 40 cents a day across the top 15 or so. Not so big variations. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like all the other coins are close to around their same type of values based on their emissions. There's nothing standing out between these other coins. You can go to Twitter and, oh, we're the next best thing. We're doing that. We're doing that. It doesn't matter. Who cares what everyone is talking? You can have everyone pumping one coin. If the price isn't going up, it doesn't matter. All the coins' values based on emissions are, like you said, they're fairly close in comparison. So nothing is standing out more than the other coins at this point in time. That's just the way it is. You can like it or not like it. Calculate 10 cents. But let's have a look. 26 cents. Yeah, like 26, 24, 23, 23, 22. Daily emissions based on these coins. All of these are exactly like you said. They're close to the same value. So saying Flux is going to be the next go-to, well, So could Rio. Actually, Grin is worth more right now on a 3070. Rio's worth more before power. Conceal's worth more before power. Conflux is pretty close. Ergo's right on par. You're right up your tail. You're actually tied. So coming into here and not looking at a miner's value before power, they're all pretty close to the same thing based on daily emissions of coins and what they're paying to a miner. There's no coin is standing out at all coming here and looking at these type of values. BTCs to the moon. Yeah. BTC to the moon. Yeah, what is, actually, let's go down more. No, well, everything's even going down lower and lower. 15 cents on ETC. That. Now you can determine it based on hash rate as well. Now, if you want to go that way and see which one has more security, ETC is, in theory, kind of leading the charge. Like, it's only down to 15 cents based on emissions, but it's got, I don't even know, 10, 15 times more hash rate than any of these other coins on it as well. And it's still sitting fairly close in profitability. So if you want to take hash rate as the best thing, I know pre-merge is always like, miners bring value, miners will do this. Well, miners actually bring more sell pressure. If you don't bring in more investors than miners creating sell pressure, your coin has nowhere else to go except down. That's truth. If you have more sellers than buyers, your coin's going to go downhill. You need more people buying than selling. Miners bring a lot of sell pressure. ETC has more hardware than any of these other coins pretty much combined hanging on it, and it's still around the same levels of profitability based on that. So if you want to go on that alt rate, ETC is probably the next best coin to go to, because when it price pumps, it's going to be paying out the most, which it still is. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to look at and analyze and go about your whole mining process, but we just don't know what the next future actual go-to is going to be yet until, you know, it actually happens. BTCZ is the top mining. BTCZ is the top. What? Calculate. Oh, right here. Zhash 23. What's he got? 275 kilohash. I don't know what algorithm is that. Zhash. What's Zhash? 63 hashes per 3070. 63 hashes per 3070. So how many 3070s are on there? 63 hashes. So we have to go 275,830 divided by what? 63. There's 4,378 RTX 3080s on Zhash right now. That's not very many if you think about it. Zhash equivalent of proof is a variant of EcoHash. EcoHash is a fairly efficient algorithm. I found EcoHash is, I think it's more. You know what? Where's my thing? I gotta find it. It's on the different sheet. Let's see here. Online. We gotta have a look here. Excel. GPU test. Is it this one? What is this? 3060 EH. Oh, efficiency. Okay, I gotcha. I was like, what's going on here? So let's have a quick peeksies at this. Peeksies. All right. So power at the wall. Where are we at here? Yeah. Look at this. Flux, in theory, is the most efficient algorithm out of all of these I have listed here. So Ethereum, this is on a 3060. Ethereum is using about 112 watts. This is looking for efficient settings. Ergo is using 99 watts. Ravencoin's at 120. Flux is only using 85 watts at the wall on the efficient setting. You can see Flux E here at the high, trying to get, you know, some nice souls out of this. 42.29. We're using 148. But E for efficient here. Flux is minus EcoHash, which is our ETH, or what is that one? Freaking, what are they called? Who are they? Heavy hash that Casper uses is efficient, is more efficient. But Flux is, if you're tuning your GPUs right, is more efficient than Ergo. I know Ergo is being promoted as a super efficient algorithm. Flux is more efficient of an algorithm to mine other than Ergo. Let's plug these numbers in. 29 points. I'm curious now. Let's go 3060 right now. 10-cent power. And, we're just going to calculate every. No, we're going to remove everything except for flux. That'll make it easier to kind of look at this. Calculate. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Get rid of all you guys. All right. So we got Zel hash estimate, 10-cent power. So we got flux. It's 14 cents before power, 19 cents after power. So you're losing, obviously, a lot more than what you're making. So we're coming into here. That's at 29 and 140 watts. We're going to come in with these efficient settings now. What do I got? I got 29.06. 29.06. So we lost 10 hashes here, guys. 10 souls. We lost 10 souls, but we're only at 85 watts. So now we're going to go from, let's make sure that's right. Where is my 85 watts? 2906. Yeah. 85, 29, 85, 2906. Okay. So we're at 14 cents before power, 19 cents after power. Now we're going to tune this for efficiency here. We're going to calculate. We're now at 11 cents, but we're only losing 10 cents per day. We can see it dropped it down. So that brings our break even point to, what are we at? 7 cents? Oh, that's 70 cents. We don't want 70 cents. 7 cents. 4 cents. We still at 6-cent power here. 6-cent power. Losing 2 cents. 5-cent power. So break-even point is 5-cent power with this setting right here. Now, what was the original again? So we're at 5-cent power. We're going to have to refresh this to go back to the defaults to see, because we might need 4-cent power to break even running it at the higher ordealio. I don't know what it was. What was it? 140? Anyone remember? I'm going to have to come back in there. What's mine? Engage. Remove 3060. We're going to go 5-cent power. See if we're still break even on flux. This will be much faster. Where's flux? We break even at 5 cents here. Flux. Right here. We're losing 2 cents at 5 cents. So now we have to go back down to 4 cents. And flux is 1 cent. Oh, whoa. Did we just hit profit? We're profitable right now, guys. How does that work? Oh, wait, never mind. We're on profitability. We need current. Duh. All right, now let's try this. 4 cents. 4-cent power on flux. Oh, we're still profitable 1 cent. All right, so it looks like 4.5 cents would be break-even point running at this. And then running a little more efficient, it brings that up to about the 5-cent mark running it that way. So saves a little bit, not too much. We'll see. 2 cents rounded down to 0. I cleaned up my Flux rigs and Hive mining LOL miner. I still gotta clean out all my Hive OS stuff. I didn't even know, probably over 50 or 60 different Ethereum flight sheets from testing various things and merge mined and quad mined with XMR. It's crazy some of the flight sheets I got going on, but I got to get rid of all the ones with Ethereum in them. Remote into H110.3.2. Techman would be proud. Remote into H13. I gotta see where I can find it. H13, what do we got here? Where's my thing? There we go. So here's Floodwiser's Vinnyville 101 farm, H110 number 3. And here's the numbers. Oh yeah, nice and cool. They're not on fire like they were the other day. Using Zelcore, the ETH and ET swell address is the same. You know that? In Zelcore, the ETH and ETC. Usually, a lot of those main wallets like that, they do use the same address. I know Crypto.com even uses the same address for all its stable coins. It's ETC and ETH, and then once you send coins to that address, it just knows which coin it is and it puts it in their proper spots. But yeah, individual wallets, obviously they have different ones. But yeah, there are a lot of platforms that do use the same address for a lot of things. But yeah, I wasn't aware that Zelcore did that, so that's interesting. Kicking Souls. 1.61 LOL miner. So here's a Fudweiser rocking away his things. We got 3080 at 86 souls. We got 37 at 59, 3080 at 87, 37 at 61, 3080 at 86, 3070, 58. Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what the hash rates and all these are supposed to be. Gotta do some testing. Setting up FW Musi dual. Oh my gosh, TechRat, what are you doing? Setting up FW Meowcoin dual test. Oh, that's hilarious, but that's awesome at the same time. Oh man, that's crazy. All right, guys. So we have been here for almost 2 hours. So we got to wrap this one up. I appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream. Much appreciated, 100%. Just gotta get my butt ready here, and hopefully I do the proper outro. But I will see you guys all in the next one. Rabid out.